Okay, welcome to our MAT121 College and Advanced Algebra class. We have with me my student Gian. Welcome, Gian. Good morning. Oh, yung audio mo, kumusta na? Wala pa rin yung audio mo. Let's wait for the two girls. Where are the two girls? Oo, mas maganda may audio, Brad. Mas maganda may audio. Okay, we'll be considering now polynomial functions. No? Ayan, yan. Okay. Yes, yes. Copy. Yun lang, na-incheck na yung ano ko. Sound card ko. Narinig. Okay, dinig yan, Gian. Okay na yan. Okay, where are the two girls and perhaps Joshua on the YouTube channel? I hope he could connect. So while waiting, I'm just preparing my materials. No? Medyo hectic schedule ko ngayon. Medyo I'm doing many things at the same time. So of course, I don't want to miss our class. Two top chats from our YouTube channel and Facebook. Salamat sa inyo.
Sir, papasok na daw po sila, sir.
Okay, sige.
May
chapel pa lang no? May chapel, no?
Opo, sir.
Sige. Habang hinahanda ko yung materials. Actually, hindi pa naka-load yung materials ko. Kaya, yun. Marami talaga akong ginagawa ngayon. Okay, anyway, so we need yung last topic, kahit ano na yan, review na lang sa inyo. Kasi yung last topic is about the application of logarithmic and exponential function. I'll just mention few samples. Then part na yun ng general review natin by next week. Next week would be week 17, so that's a general review. And then week 18 is your hindi ko pala kaya dilim ko pala. Walang light. Ayan, kahit pa paano, lumiwanag. Okay, acknowledging Banji. How are you, Banji?
Good morning, sir. Okay lang po, sir.
Dual pa rin kayo, ha?
Opo.
Okay, anyway, sige. Ano ba to? Sige, I'll just loading my material, no?
Good morning po.
Good morning. Thank you. Load ko lang yung aking materials. So we'll be focusing on polynomial function and then general review tayo. Mas mahaba yung gugulin natin next week. So yun. Baka mag-extend lang tayo ng konti next week. Okay. Saglit lang, load ko lang tong natin. Nakita niyo tuloy yung aking ginagawa. So these are my medyo siya. Teka, wait. These are previous topic. Okay, regarding programming, no? Linear programming. Mahalaga tong linear programming, no? Lakayan ko lang ng konti. Alright. So far we have already are done with that. So now we will be considering ano ba yung aking We'll be considering now polynomials, no? Polynomial functions. Okay. what is in your mind when we are dealing with polynomial function? Any idea? Okay, Josh, welcome in our YouTube channel. Ayan si Josh, pakita ko lang yung mensahe ni Josh. Ayan. So, nasa YouTube channel si Josh, no? Ayan. Ayan. Ayan, nakasingit pala yung ngiti ng panganay ko dito. Okay lang yun. Ayan. So, takpan ko na lang yung picture ng tatay sa kananay. Ang medyo mabagal ngayon yung ano ko. So, hindi ko agad na-load yung mga dapat kong i-load. So, how are you? How's your finals preparation with other courses? Any thoughts about that? Parang wala lang.
Ang dami po.
Madami. Madami. Gaano kadami? Siyempre lahat ng subject magpa-finals, di ba? Tama?
More on
Lahat ng
video
subject.
po yung iba.
Video. Anong ibig sabihin ng video?
Mga video po yung ano, sir, mga requirement pang ano.
Gagawa kayo ng video. Parang video production.
Reflection, sir.
Depende po.
Depende po sa inihingi po.
Pero yun po yung ano,
Mga
kadalasan
record po, mga ano
per
na lang
subject.
ngayon po.
Sige. So, sana matapos nyo, no? That's my prayer. Totoo naman yun na, ano, naranasan ko rin yan. Naging first year college din kaya ako. Ilang beses ba ako naging first year college? 3 beses. 3 beses ako naging first year college. Una, yung bachelor, yung BS Electronics Engineering ko. First year ako doon. Tapos nung pumasok ako ng Bible School, nag-first year din ako doon. Tapos nung in-upgrade ko siya sa Bachelor in Theology, nag-freshman din ako. So tatlong beses ako naging first year. O, di ba? So I know the feelings. Yan ang ano natin. Okay guys. Maya-maya baka may client call ako. Saglit lang. Ma-interrupt tayo dahil may mga calls na hindi ko inaasahan ngayong araw na to. Anyway, Wednesday is a busy day. Ang churches nyo ba, Wednesday ang prayer meeting o may ibang araw?
Midweek service po siya. Yung prayer meeting po dito is Saturday po.
Oo, sa Bethany, no? So, prayer meeting and then midweek service mamaya. Yung iba naman, combination na yan. May prayer meeting saka midweek. No, kasi naman,
Sir, ganun po.
combination.
Opo,
Sa
sir,
amin,
prayer meeting na rin po.
Oo. Kasi may part for prayer. Yan yung intercession natin, mga intercessory petition. So yung thanksgiving natin sa Panginoon. No, normally intercessory ang prayer. Although may mga petitions tayo sa loob ng church, may mga intercessions sa kapwa natin, sa other churches, missions, etc. And then of course, yung thanksgiving, hindi nawawala yun. So may ganung part. So normally sa amin kasi, sa last part yan, no, we will have parang preaching muna. Preaching, then afterwards we'll have some prayer session. So yung ibang church managed to have a separate service. No? Yung iba, service lang talaga. And then may separate session sila for prayer meeting. So may mga ganong churches. Yung katulad ng Bethany, they have separate meetings for prayer and for midweek service. Yeah, acknowledging on our also tokayo ni Joshua ay si Joshua Bernisto, isa nating kasamahan sa live stream. Welcome sa iyo, Joshua, no? Akala ko nag-iba ng pangalan si Josh, pero yan siya, si Joshua Bernisto. Isa siyang grade 12 ka na, Brad, no? Grade 12 na to si Joshua, no? Nagla-live stream na. So anyway, yan, habang naglo-load yung aking materyales, no? Kasi honestly, itong laptop ko is not for online purposes. Hindi talaga siya for live streaming, no? So kaya Kaya, is my audio clear? Okay lang ba audio ko?
Yes po, sir.
Okay,
Yes
okay
po,
lang.
sir.
Wala siyang, kasi may mga glitches ako naririnig kanina. Yung tawa, okay naman. Okay yung tawa.
Apo.
Okay
Okay,
na okay po.
Papalitan
Okay,
daw ni
okay yung
Banji,
tawa.
sir.
Mahalaga yung tawa dito sa live stream. Yung iba nga ditong buton,
Mas maganda
pilitin.
ba ni Banji?
Ganun ba? Anyway, so sige. Habang nagpapapa pa lang yung aking regarding polynomial, no? Siguro yung pag hindi na natapos, part na yan ng general review natin next week, yung last topic natin supposedly na application for linear. No, kasi napag-usapan din natin, hindi ko alam kung hindi ko na nasa week 14 ko yata na ilagay yun. Yan. Yan. So polynomial functions tayo. Alright. So ayaw pa lumabas ng aking materials dito. So polynomial function, we have a general notion for this, no? So this is basically expressed in terms of a constant and a variable, no? A constant and a variable pertaining to its descending order of power. So that's what we call a polynomial, an equation, a polynomial equation. Of course, an equation is a function, no? But not all functions are equations. Tama ba? So mas specific yung equation. But part of the polynomial functions are polynomial equations expressed by the descending order, or it could be ascending order if you may wish, but normally, no, we could express this in terms of a descending order of power of x. As we may see here on this particular example that we have. Hindi sumama yung teka. Yan. Then, yun, magkaka-relate na to. Oops, teka. Yan. So, can you see the idea? This is an idea of a polynomial equation. No? So, etc. to. Normally, this is a descending order. Okay. Yan, n-2. Alright, etc. So, this will continue. And basically, what is the last term, guys? Second to the last term muna. Second to the last term. Any hula?
Constant, sir.
Second to the last. Of course, yung pinaka-last, constant. Kasi nga, x raised to 0 na yun. Acknowledging RC Pinoy is with us, one of our live streamer. Ayan, pakita ko lang yung kanyang pagbati dito. Sir, welcome. Welcome. Welcome to our college algebra class. We're now on our 16th week and we're discussing polynomial functions. Tama si Joshua, yun yung last. Ang tanong ko, ano yung second to the last? Yung second to the last muna, guys. Any idea? Yung last term niya actually ay constant. No? Yung a raised to 0 niyang constant, equal to 0. Okay? Ang tanong ko sa inyo, second to the last. Ano yung second to the last? Yung second to the last term for this. Using the descending order of the powers of x. Ayun, nanahimik ka.
Sir, try po.
Sige, try.
N minus n po.
Hindi, wag na in terms of n. Second to the last. Wag na n in terms of n kasi hindi mo alam kung ilang n yan. Yung talagang second to the last. Regardless whether the n is equal to 3, n equal to 4, n equal to infinity, no? So, ayan.
Sir?
Sige, sino ba yung sumagot? Banji or Nora? A while ago.
Ivan po, sir.
Ivan. Sige. Sige, anong nasa loob mo? Sa loobin mo dyan, patungkol
Sir,
sa bagay.
base of 1x.
Sige, Banj? Or I will allow Gian to answer.
Pass mo na, sir.
Sige, Gian. Sige.
Ace of 1x.
A sub 1. Tama ba?
Ace of 1x po.
A sub 1, anong kasunod?
Tapos x. X po.
X. Ay, hindi, teka, mali. Ito.
Opo,
Ayan.
sir.
Yan, tama yan, tama. Good. Kasi nga, descending order, dito wala ng x raised to 0 na to. Ito, x raised to 1. Of course, kasunod ng a raised to 0, pabalik, a raised to 1. Okay? So, sige, Gian has that point. So, I will take note here. So, Gian. Okay. Now, so this is the polynomial equations. No? Any polynomial equation would have this particular general representation. Paano sir pag walang representation ng power? No? Kunyari, kulang yung power, ibig sabihin, hindi siya nandun pa rin. Halimbawa, no? Bigyan ko kayo halimbawa. Polynomial pa rin siya kahit hindi siya halimbawa, 3x to the fourth minus 2x squared plus 5 is equal to 0. This is still polynomial function or equation. Even though there is a lacking cube or cubic power as well as yung x. So, possible pa rin siyang tawaging polynomial function kahit may absent o may hindi kompleto dun sa descending order. So, nangangahulugan lang that the constant for that particular power such as x cubed is equal to 0. So, yung numerical coefficient niya 0 for x cubed, saka yung x is equal to 0. Is still, therefore, considered as a polynomial function or equation. Okay, make sense guys? So, hindi kailangan na kompleto yung descending order para maging... So, meron lang siyang, kinakategorize lang natin siya in terms, of course, yung polynomial, we could always look into the degree of the function by the highest power of the variable. Now, for this case, for this example, so what is the power or degree of the polynomial? Anyone could answer? What's the degree of the polynomial?
Sir, yung value po ba?
Hindi, I mean the degree of the polynomial.
Four po, sir.
Okay, what do you think is the right answer there? Acknowledging Zenon and Rose also on our YouTube channel.
Sir, ano po ulit yung question,
po.
sir?
What is the degree of the polynomial?
4 po.
4 po.
Mali. Pag yan, board exam, mali. Mali yung sagot nyo. Oh. Pag tinatanong ba ang degree, anong sagot mo? Cardinal or ordinal?
Agree.
Ha? Hindi si cardinal sin, ha? Hindi yun.
4th degree po.
Fourth degree. Hindi 4 degree. Walang 4 degree. It's always in an ordinal. Gets nyo ba guys? Hindi cardinal.
Opo,
Yes,
Hindi
sir.
siya cardinal.
Apo,
Ulit
sir.
po.
Right?
4th degree po.
Paano pag tinanong sa board dyan? Di may mali na kayo agad. Buti na lang, hindi ko itatanong yan sa aking final
Salamat,
examination.
sir.
Yun. Acknowledging, ito, meron tayong manonood, Pastor. Buddy de la Cruz from California is watching with us. Ayan, salamat po. Thank you, sir, for dropping by on our college algebra class at Bethany, or LD Woosley Bethany College. So these are my students. We have 4 algebra students, sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you for dropping by. Teka, ha? Marami talaga akong ginagawa ng at the same time. Actually, may pad-delivering dating, may tumatawag na client at the same time nagtuturo ko sa inyo. Okay, so sabay-sabay sila. Ayan. Sir RC, 4th degree ang sagot. No? 4th degree. Whenever we ask the degree, the answer is always ordinal rather than cardinal. No, cardinal, di ba? Ordinal and cardinal numbers. No? So, ang degree nito, so we are in 4th degree. 4th degree to. 4th degree polynomial. Alright. 4th degree polynomial. Okay, wala namang email na pinadala. Meron akong check na email. Tanggap nyo? Okay na yun. Ha?
Hindi ka daw nasagot.
Saan? Wala naman siyang tawag. Yun lang, may pinirmahan kayo, wala ako. Okay na ako, tinanggap niya. Marami ako. Isang rolyo. Wala naman siyang tawag eh. Hindi ko siya nakikita. Wala naman dito. Yun nga hinihintay ko, tumawag siya eh. Okay. Thank you, Sir Pastor Ador de la Cruz. Thank you. Saglit lang guys medyo pag may tumatawag nagugulo yung connection ko eh. Okay, guys, okay yan pag hindi 4, not 4 not 4. Not 4. Okay, it's always 4th degree. It's always in the ordinal sense rather than cardinal. Okay. Pag nakalimutan niyo, isipin niyo lang yung cardinal na kasalanan. No, what's the cardinal sin? Kayo ba naabutan niyo ba si cardinal sin, guys?
Tapos.
Sa balita po.
Maliit. Archbishop yan ng Manila, si Cardinal Sin.
Opo.
Ayan, bago kay marami nang pumalit eh. Actually, maraming pumalit na mga cardinal. So yan, isipin nyo, yung kasalanan, cardinal sin yun. Okay, let's continue. Now there are issues here on how to solve. Yes, Gian, are you saying something?
Ay, hindi siya tatanong lang po sana. Okay,
meron bang may audio? Sige, go ahead.
Ano yung thumbs up, sir? Kasi na ito ko.
Okay, yung thumbs up yun. Linggo lang ng ano yun, linggo ng ibig sabihin like, linalike niya yung
Okay
yung
po,
live stream natin.
Okay po.
Yun yung ibig sabihin nun. Ayan. At least familiar kayo. Ito, ayan, may mga ayan, si Zenon and Rose nag-thumbs up. Pero thumbs up yun, ibig sabihin, clinic niya yung like nung ating live stream. Yun ang ibig sabihin nun. Okay? Ayan, mga ano yan, mga terms ng YouTube live stream yan. Yan, pag nag-live stream kayo, ayan, pwede nyong matutunan yung mga bagay na yun. So, meron silang kanya-kanyang mga linggo na tinatawag, no? Linggo. Alright, so sige. So now the issue here is actually what we call the zeros of the polynomial. The zeros of the polynomial. No? So polynomials meaning it's the roots Roots of the polynomial. Now, the other term for roots are zeros of the polynomials. Now, because when the polynomial is equated to 0, then you could answer the roots. No, we could answer the roots of, that's the way, the manner we could solve the polynomial. No, we could solve the roots by equating it to 0. And then by equating it to 0, we may utilize of different methodologies that you know from your previous study in algebra. For instance, by inspection, number 1. Number 2 is by factoring. And number 3, there are methodologies that we could also adopt in solving for the zeros of the polynomials, or sometimes we call it the roots of the equation in general, no? Roots of the zeros of the polynomial, one polynomial at a time, is equal to the roots of the equation. So that's how we categorize that. Now, one of the potential methodology is what we call the remainder theorem. Have you heard about the remainder theorem? Okay, remainder theorem, any idea, guys?
Yung, ano po, yung, wait lang po, sir. Paano nga ba ito?
Sige, go ahead.
Sir, yung value ng x po nung, ay,
Value ng x, may value na y ng x.
yung sa divisor po, example po, yung divisor is x minus 1. Then, yung equivalent po ng x is equal to 1. Tapos, substitute mo lang dun sa ano po, sir, sa dividend po. Ganun po.
So, sa madaling sabi, kung i-express mo siya in terms of statement, what is remainder theorem? O, di ba? Tama yung sinabi mo, tama yun. Pero i-replace mo lang, gawin mong statement form yung remainder theorem na yan. Tama yun. What actually you have told us the procedure in solving for the remainder theorem. But what is remainder theorem? So that remains the question. O pag eto, sige, next question. Pag sinubstitute mo yung divisor dun sa dividend, ano mangyayari? Halimbawa, may polynomial of x ka. Polynomial of x. At meron kang tinitingnang divisor na perhaps x minus r. Ayan, bibigyan kita ng concrete presentation. Ngayon, what if you substitute r to the polynomial? What would be the probable answer? Banji, what will be the probable answer? If you substitute the value of r to the polynomial expression, what would be the probable answer? Assuming that you're dividing a polynomial equation or function p of x over x minus r. So, if you will solve for the p of r, meaning you substitute r to the variable x, what would be the probable answer for this?
X po.
Ano magiging sagot?
Ay, 1 po, sis.
Ano magiging sagot? Dalawa lang pwedeng maging sagot. Dalawang kategorya pala. Hindi dalawang sagot lang. Dalawang kategorya ng sagot. Ang of course, if when you substitute that r, the value of r to the polynomial expression, Acknowledging pangalawa sweet. Madam, salamat po. Thank you for dropping by. Si Ninang pala ang, yun, bumisita yung Ninang ko. Visiting from, ayan, nandyan na, somewhere in the Southeast Asian nation. Dalawa lang yan, guys. Pag equal kay 0, anong implication yan? What would be the implication if your P of R is equal to 0? Then,
Undefined po.
sa 0 muna tayo. Then, what would be the implication if tama Sir RC. May sinasabi yung ating isa ring mathematician dito. Tama sir to. Tama to sinasabi niya. Pakita ko lang guys. Ayan. Merong sinishare sa atin sir. If P of X a polynomial in X, then the remainder on dividing P of X by X of R is P of R. So yun yung makikita natin. Kaya kapag 0 ang sagot, anong ibig sabihin? Then, no remainder. Guys, pag 0, walang remainder. Tama, Sir RC. Thank you, Sir RC, for clarifying. Nakikita niyo ba yung sagot ni Sir RC? RC Pinoy, guys.
Opo, sir.
Ayan.
Opo, sir.
Acknowledging. Doc Vilma is with us on our Facebook. Salamat, Doc Vilma. Ayan. Kung ang P of X ay polynomial in X, yan, tama siya doon. Then, what would be when you substitute R to that P of R, that become P of R, that's the remainder, guys. Kaya arang linagay natin from the word remainder. And if it is 0, therefore no remainder. And by implication, ano pang implication yan? May isa pang implication kapag 0 ang remainder, guys. Mamaya bibigay tayo ng halimbawa dito. More on concept muna tayo. Kapag 0 ang remainder, anong implication yan? Yan. So guys, anong implication nito kapag ang wala kang remainder, halimbawa 0, mamaya magbibigay tayo ng halimbawa diyan. No, 0 remainder siya. Therefore, X minus R is what? Is any wild guess? Or maybe, ayan, pwede rin. Tama sir, tama yung sinabi nyo kanina. X minus R is what? Kaya magkahawig tong remainder theorem saka may isa pang theorem. Particularly on the zeros of polynomial. Yan. So 5 second silence only. Therefore guys, what is implication for X minus R?
Try po, sir.
Yes. Is that you, Nora?
Yes po.
Sige, go ahead.
If the 0 is the remainder, both quotient and dividend are factors of... Ano daw? Wait lang. Wait lang, sir. Both quotient and dividends are factors of dividend. Ano daw?
The divisor.
Divisor.
Quotient. Teka, naguluhan ako doon sa sinabi mo. Ulit.
Ay, ulit.
Rephrase lang
The
na konti.
remainder is 0. The quotient and divisor are factor of dividend. Tama ba?
Oo, may common factor. Tama. Sa madaling sabi, yung X minus R, ano siya? Ano siya nung P of X? Yung X minus R, ano siya ng P of X? Yun yung gusto natin tumbukin. Nandiyan na. Sinabi mo na yung sagot eh. I-rephrase mo na lang. Ha? X minus R is what?
Factor of dividend.
Is factor of P of
Dividend.
X.
P of
Or
X.
gamitin natin self ng factor. P of X, factor siya, guys. Factor siya kasi nung yung tines mo yung remainder theorem sa kanya, 0 lumabas, ibig sabihin yung X minus R, factor ng P of X. Wala kasing sobra eh. Ibig sabihin, directly divide, tama rin yung sinasabi nyo that you could directly divide P of X by X minus R without any remainder. Therefore, X minus R is a factor of P of X. Okay ba, guys?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po,
Hinihintay
sir.
ko lang yung sinabi nyo. So, hindi tayo ng halimbawa dito. Okay, may mga halimbawa tayo dyan. Oh, pwede nating i-test to. Test. Let us test if x plus 1 is a factor of the polynomial function. So ngayon, hindi ka na magsisynthetic division, guys. Tama ba? Alam niyo pa yung synthetic division? Hindi ka na magsisynthetic. You could just apply the remainder theorem to test whether the polynomial function 2x cubed minus 3 x squared minus x plus 8. Test if x minus 1 is a factor of p of x equal to 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus x plus 8. Okay, so anong gagawin natin? You could either divide or make use of the remainder theorem wherein we substitute the value of r. For this case, r is equal to, Gian, what's r for this problem?
-1, sir.
Ayan, tama, -1. So therefore, we may solve for p of -1. Yan na yun, guys. O, p of -1. O, can you mentally solve? Oh, can you mentally solve? Ayan, alam ko naman matitinik kayo sa mga substitution, guys eh. 'Di ba? Matitinik tayo sa substitution. Yan, tama Sir RC. Ito, nag-comment din Sir RC. Ayan, kasi si Sir RC math enthusiast din to nung kanyang high school eh. Ayan. Ayan, no, tama siya, 'di ba? X minus R is a factor of P of X. Pero of course, dili lang yung response kasi sa YouTube kaya. Oh, tama yan, sir. Tama-tama ang inyong naturan. Ayan. So, guys, can you solve P of -1? What's P of -1?
4 po.
Okay, correct. So, anong implication niyan, guys? Kung 4 siya, hindi factor. Tama? Kasi mayroong kang remainder eh.
Opo.
Alright? Yun yung ibig sabihin nun. Ngayon, ano ang implication niyan kapag dinivide mo ngayon? So ibig sabihin, if your P of X, yung given natin na P of X dito na, sige, pwede ko rin naman i-copy-paste na lang. If we will literally divide, siguro gagamit ako ng ano. Sige, para maganda-gandang ano. 2x cubed. Ayan, 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus x plus 8. Ayan, so over, so we have x plus 1. Ayan, syempre, ganyan yung mangyayari. Kasi guys naman, sa board problem, normally, ang tanong yung remainder, hindi yung quotient, guys eh. No? Yun ang tanong eh. Ayan, no? So, ibig sabihin niya, kapag dinivide mo siya, magkakaroon ka ng quotient. Guys, tama, quotient, na may remainder. And based doon sa solution natin, that P of -1 is 4. Ano ngayon yung plus dyan? Plus
4 po.
kulang. Ayan na naman tayo sa 4. Kanina, 4, fourth. Ayan. Kulang yung 4, guys. Kulang. Dagdagan nyo. Hindi, take note, hindi ko sinabing remainder 4. Sinabi ko plus. Okay ba yun? Pero kung sinabi kong R dito, 4. Tama yung 4. Walang problema. Pero kung ang sinabi natin plus, ano dapat yung tamang sagot?
P of 4 po.
Sige, ano pa? Ano pa kayo? Digest pa kayo dyan, guys. May 4 siya, pero kulang yung 4, guys. Kulang yung 4. Ano dapat yung idudugtong mo dun sa 4?
R.
Hindi, yung R, negative 1 nga yung R. Oh, sige, idugtong mo. Kulang, hindi yung R ang idudugtong mo, yung buong divisor, guys. Yung buong divisor. Oh, ayan, no. Oh, yan, di ba? Gets nyo ba, guys? Yung quotient, may makukuha kang quotient plus the computed remainder, of course, over the divisor, which is x minus or x plus 1 for this case. So, dalawa yung sinosolve natin dito. Una, we are testing whether the divisor is a factor to the polynomial. Secondly, we're actually looking for the remainder if ever it's not a factor. If it's not a factor, meaning the remainder or the polynomial at r, p of r is not equal to 0, we could solve for the remainder. And the remainder is expressed in terms of the solve, no? Yung p of r na yan all over the divisor, which is p or x minus r. Okay, x minus r. Gets ba, guys? Kaya naging 4 over x plus 1 siya. Kasi yun yung divisor eh. Okay, guys, make sense? Mukhang tahimik tayo.
Opo, sir.
Okay, so saglit lang, guys. Sabi nag-email na sa akin pero wala namang email. Okay, let's continue. No? Let's have more problems here. Okay. So kasama to sa review natin, siguro yung baka hindi natin matapos yung kasi application na lang naman, guys, yun eh, yung application ng logarithm saka exponents, una doon sa compound interest. Aware na kayo doon, guys, no? Compound interest formula. And then secondly, yung mga growth factors. Halimbawa, pag kukumpitin mo kung ang bacteria ay nagdo-double ng kada segundo ay nagdo-double, ilang bacteria ang mabubuo sa loob ng isang linggo. So, pwede natin siya makompute through exponential and logarithmic process. And then, of course, yung mga investments in terms of compound interest, pwede rin siyang ma-solve using exponents or perhaps logarithm. So, yan na yung pag-uusapan supposedly natin. Pero kung di natin matalakay ngayon, part na siya ng general review natin by next week. By the way, guys, mabilisan yun kasi so among the list of the question, I will get the multiple choice question. So I told you that I'll be giving 50 multiple choice problems that will be representing all of the major topics that so far we have covered for this course. So ganun yung ano natin. So most probably doon ako mag-extract doon sa napakadami. Perhaps siguro gagawin ko ng 200 tanong ang pag-aaralan natin. May isi-segmentate yun. Okay ba, guys? Medyo disconnected ako. Can you hear me?
Okay lang naman po, sir. Yes, po.
Okay lang po, sir.
Medyo na-DC lang ako kanina. Okay, sige, let's proceed. Alright, so ayan yan, guys. Pag in-express mo, Q is the quotient and R is the remainder. Kung wala ito, kung yung P of 1 mo or P of R is equal to 0, wala to. Q of X lang siya. Yun yung pinaka-quotient natin. Alright, so of course, factor theorem. So magagamit natin to kapag ang P of R pag ang P of R is equal to 0, so we make use of, pwede natin siyang gamitin as factor theorem. Kasi same procedure din, guys, pero magkaiba ng result. But P of R is not equal, meaning not equal to 0. So therefore, this would be remainder theorem. So same theorem, but applied differently. remainder theorem. Pareho lang siyang formula pero magkaiba yung approach o yung tanong. Yung una, pwede bang maging factor yung divisor? Pangalawa, ano yung magiging remainder kapag hindi siya factor? Kung di man siya factor, ano yung remainder? Okay? And then of course, the last one is synthetic division, which I may not anymore teach synthetic division to you. No? Basically, ito lang yung ating titingnan, yung factor and remainder theorem. And then for solving for polynomials, yun nga, kapag na-detect natin na factor siya, so we could always express P of X. P of X in terms of the binomial factors, no? So pwedeng binomial factors or sometimes we call it integral factors. Sorry, sa mistake. In integral factors. Factors, of course, equating this to 0. No? So yan yung pwede nating gawing halimbawa dyan. Okay? Sandali. Okay, so another problem that we could have here. Okay. So that x minus 3 is a factor of polynomial of P of X. P of X. So normally, ito naman yung mga encounter natin. X to the fourth minus 4 x cubed minus 7x squared plus 22x. Okay, so what would be your solution? Of course, we will solve this in terms of getting the P of R. And of course, in terms of x, in the form x minus 3, so therefore your R, what's your R?
Three po.
So 3. So P of R equals to P of, okay, when we substitute, can you solve for the substitution? What would be the P of 3 for this value of polynomial function? Oh, acknowledging, Engineer Pinky. Welcome, Madam. Isa nating kasamahan sa Tugigaraw ang nanonood din sa atin. Welcome to my college algebra class, Madam. This is for math majors, Bachelor of Secondary Education. They're freshmen. Welcome, Madam. Thank you for dropping by. Ayan po. Ang mga binibisita tayo ng mga bigating mga celebrities. Ayan. Ayan, sa YouTube yan, may celebrity tayo, Sir R.C. Pinoy, isang celebrity yan. Dito naman sa Facebook, nandyan si Ma'am Pinky, isang inyero. Si Doc Vilma, ayan, si Madam Sweet nandito rin. And then si Pastor Ador de la Cruz from California. So, alright. So, can you give me the answer? What's the P of 3?
0 po.
Okay, so for this case, if P of 3 is equal to 0, then x minus 3 is a factor of P of x, given P of x for that case. Okay, so ganun lang yung ating anticipation dyan. So normally, ang mga tanong ko dito, kung root ba yung function na yon, yung integral function na tinatawag. Okay, ito medyo challenging itong tanong na to. Baka lang naman lumabas to sa exam, baka lang. Okay, solve for P. So, given here, 2x cubed minus. So, meron kang, gawin ko nga yung mathematical lang dito. Okay, 2x cubed minus P of x or Px squared plus 6x 3p. Ayan. 3x cubed minus px squared plus 6x minus 3p is exactly divisible by x minus 2 or x plus 2. Okay? So guys, my question is, what is the value of p? Find p. Oh, guys, anyone could answer. Tricky ba yung tanong? Nasa gitna yung ano, no? Okay, sige, I'll giving you time to think about that. Then I have another problem afterwards.
Sir, try po.
Sige, go ahead.
28 po.
Lower please. Okay, compute ka pa. Malaki 28, malaki.
Negative 28, sir.
Nako, isa ka pa. Malaki din yun, negative nga lang.
Sir,
Oh,
negative. Ano po? Positive 4? 4 po.
positive 4, negative 4.
Positive.
Huling ano na yan, huling chance.
Positive 4 po.
Sige, solve natin para makita natin kung positive na negative. So I will substitute, no? So we will assume P of R. This is of course equal to P of negative 2, right? So from there, so we could say that this is negative 2 cubed minus P times negative 2 squared. Ayan. Plus 6 negative 2 minus 3p. Okay? Now, for you to say that x plus 2 is a factor, you need to equate this by 0. Guys, tama? Tama ba?
Opo.
Ayun. Parang may background ka dyan, ano? Oh, negative 2 cube. What's negative 2 cube? It's negative
Negative
8.
8 po.
Times 2, negative 16. So, negative 16 minus plus, so squared na siya. So, 4. Negative 2 squared is 4 minus 4p. Okay? Then, minus 12 minus 3p equal to 0. Okay? Make sense ba? Equal to 0. So, 3p. So, simplify natin. Simplify natin. So, this would become negative 28. Doon nyo nakuha siguro yung negative 28 nyo. Negative 28 minus 7p. Guys, is equal to 0. Bunch, positive pa rin.
Negative 4 po pala. Sorry sir, di ko po napansin. Binago pala yung x plus 2. Akala ko x minus 2 pa rin po yun.
Ayan. So, ayan guys, ayan sinasabi ko. Pag sa board exam, malaking hinayang yan. Sign lang ang difference, pero yan ang pagitan ng tama at maling sagot. Ayan, kaya 2 beses kung tinanong sa'yo kung negative o positive ang sagot. Ayan. So, of course, we could see here by transposing. So negative 28 is equal to 7p. Then, obviously, or negative 4 equal to p. Ayan. Okay? So yan, yung mga tanong natin dito, no? Sige, maghahanap pa ako ng tanong. By the way, guys, yung aside from this, yung nature of roots, no? Alam natin yung nature of roots. So, based on the quadratic, the nature of roots could be, we could apply here quadratic. Yung nature of roots ng quadratic sa polynomial. Nature of roots. Number 1, it could be positive or rather real numbers, real and unequal. Unequal, meaning magkaiba siya. It could be real and equal, no? Meaning perhaps it could be a perfect square, or we could extend into polynomial. We could say it's a perfect cube or a perfect fourth power. So it could be real and equal. And then the last of the category is the complex conjugate.
Imaginary and unreal po.
Oo. So, tama yun. Tama rin yung term na yun. Kaya lang, in-specify kong complex conjugate. Yung conjugate, ibig sabihin, magkapare siya, guys. Most of the time, when applied to a quadratic equation, magkapare siya. No? So, in the form A plus BI, ang conjugate niya ngayon, pag sinabing conjugate, is yung kanyang pagpapalit ng imaginary part. So, kung A plus BI ang complex, yung conjugate niya ay B minus BI. So, they are conjugate one to another. Okay? For instance, say 2 plus 3i, and so most probably, one of the, yung kapartner niya ay 2 minus 3i. So, these are conjugates. Are conjugates. Okay? So yung real part constant siya, guys, and then yung nagpapalit lang yung imaginary part niya. Okay? So that's what we'll conjugate. So these are the roots of the equation. Okay, let me look again. Yan, naghahanap ako ng medyo... Okay, ito naman guys, baliktad. Baliktad naman. Given yung roots, hanapin yung polynomial. Okay, baliktad lang siya. So, if that, halimbawa, example, no? Example, if you have 5, 1, and negative 3 as roots of p of x as the only roots, no? Kailangan natin may emphasize only roots. Ibig sabihin, wala nang ibang roots maliban doon sa nabanggit. No, 5, 1, and negative 3 as the only roots of p of x, find p of x. Find p of x. How will you do that? Any procedure? Any thought on how we could find for the polynomial? This time, the polynomial is the one that is being solved and not the roots. Oh, mukhang nanahimik na naman guys.
No idea po, sir.
No idea. Of course, we could express this in terms of the x minus r. Ayan, no? X minus r sub 1. No? So, teka, gawin ko mathematical to. Mahirap kasi mag-pull down ng ano eh. So, of course, lahat ng remainder or yung r, so pwede natin siya express, pabalik. X minus r sub 2. So, for this case, tatlo. Ayan. Then, x minus r sub 3, which are all factors of p of x. Nice, no? Which are factors of p of x. Ayan. So, pag titingnan natin yan, pwede natin siyang mailagay doon. No, kung ang root ay 5, ano yung r? Guys. Actually, yun na yun. Actually, sa substitute na lang pala natin. Yun na yun eh. Either root or remainder kasi yan eh. Yun yung kahulugan niya. No? So, for that case, substitute na natin guys. Substitute lang natin to. Oh, copy ko lang dito. Yun yung parang paraan natin na masusolve natin yung for this case, x minus 5 times x minus 1 plus, because minus 3 yun, x plus 3. O yan guys, solve nyo na. Pwede na yan, no? O. So ano siya? So siguro magpupull down ako ngayon ng ating mahiwagang octave para tulungan tayo. So while doing that, sige, kindly solve. Ayun lang, na-blanco. Wait lang guys. Kailangan ko i-minimize to. Kasi may mga assigned, teka. Yan, so, pull down ko muna yung octave. Laking bagay din to octave na to guys eh, para madali nating masimplify. Okay, so from here, so pwede nating, gawin nating symbolic siya. Sims x. So, sims x, meaning you are symbolizing x, is a symbolic variable. Acknowledging Jer Cañete is with us. Salamat, sir. Welcome to our, so for this case, oh, nalolobat na naman yung aking ano. So, for this case, so we just get the product, x minus 5 times x minus 1 times x plus 3. So, ano kayang sagot, guys? Ayan, ayaw niyang solvein, ah. Ba't ganun? Pinakon niya lang. Teka, wait. Simplify. Simplify, answer. Simplify. Hindi na. Dapat sinod niya na yun, eh. Ayaw niya talaga. Kaya ganun. Ayun yung solving, guys. So, sige, kayo na mag-solve. Ayaw solving ng calculator natin. Kala ko pa naman expand na lang to siguro. Sige, ito na yung huli kong tumad na naaalala dito. Expand, answer. Yun, sumagot siya. Expand pala. O guys, alam niyo na ang sagot. Nakita ba? Kita ba sa screen, guys? O medyo
Yes,
malaki?
yes po, sir.
Tapos, sir.
Gawin kong medyo malaki-laki to. 250. Ayan. So, yan ang sagot. Alright? So, x cubed minus 3x squared minus 13x plus 15 equal to 0. Ayan. Okay? So, that's the answer. Okay, ngayon, pwede natin siyang i-reverse by factor. Factor answer. Pag factor answer, dapat bumalik yung, ibig sabihin ng answer, yun yung immediate answer, no? Dapat bumalik yung minus 5, minus 1, saka plus 3. Kaya, guys, kung may tinitest kayo, pwede nyong ipasok dito sa Octave. Pwede nyong ipasok yung polynomial, and then you could try whether it's a factor. We could always now, but of course, you will not choose Octave in the final test, guys. These are used only for helps, no, for you to accelerate your learning. Yan yung mga purpose niyan. But of course, sooner or later, if we be teaching any math course in the secondary and even tertiary level, you need to learn some application softwares for you to aid your teaching. So eventually, after 3 years, no, so mas may mga enhancement na tayo, guys. You may use mobile phones, no, because most of your students will have your mobile phones, no? So we could integrate that. Wag tayong makontento sa traditional chalk, no? Hindi pala chalk, whiteboard and whiteboard marker. Yan. But of course, you make use, no? One way is to maximize your computation using Octave. Yan, Octave. Siguro pagdating nyo, guys, ng calculus, ma-maximize natin to. Napakadami ng calculus functions. Itong ating Octave. Ayan. So, okay, let's solve for another one. Okay, paano kung ganito ang guys? Ang roots niya ay meron ng kombinasyon ng real sa complex conjugate. Now, what if your function or your roots are only 1 plus 5i and its conjugate, of course. Automatic, guys, may conjugate, ha. So pag may conjugate siya, ganun ang imaginary or complex variable, mayroon siyang kasama palaging conjugate. Tatandaan natin yun. Plus or minus yan. Okay? Can you solve for the root or the polynomial rather? So assuming this is the only roots, are the only roots of p of x, find p of x. Yan. Ayan, alak. Dinig nyo ba, guys, yung aso ko? Matamol. Lakas tumahol yun. Bio break. Sige, walang problema, Gian. Walang problema yan. Girls tayo. Sige, paano nyo i-approach to, guys? Halimbawa, meron na siyang complex conjugate na roots. Paano masusolve yung polynomial niya?
Sir, excuse me po.
Yes.
Pwede po i-cancel out kasi negative positive.
Ay, hindi ganun yun. Hindi ganun yun. Complex conjugate yan. Magkatambal talaga yan, guys. Kapag meron kang imaginary root, magkatambal siya. May positive imaginary, may negative imaginary, automatic. Hindi pwedeng cancelin yun. Ako. Pag kinancel mo yan, ano mangyayari? Eh di puro real numbers, wala nang complex conjugate. So dapat mag-reflect pa rin yung complex conjugate doon sa polynomial, guys. O, bago ko i-solve kay Octave. Sige, kayo munang magbigay sa akin ng idea sa sagot. Acknowledging Sir Wilson on our YouTube. Thank you, Sir Wilson. Yan po. So girls, any idea how to approach this? So kakaiba ba pag may imaginary number? Hindi pwede i-cancel out to. You cannot cancel this out. Okay?
Ay, sir, magkasama pala yung 1 plus 5i tsaka 1 minus 5i.
Oo, magkasama yan palagi. Magkadikit siya. Kambal, kaya nga siya conjugate eh. In-emphasize ko dito conjugates. Ibig sabihin, magkatambal siya. Pag may makita kang positive, may automatic siyang counterpart na negative. So, hindi mo siya pwedeng mapaghiwalay. So, dalawa agad siya. Dalawang roots agad yon pag conjugates. Okay? Ayan. So, sige. Solve din. Then, I'm giving you 1 to 2 minutes. Then, I will also solve using Octave. Yan. So, of course, roots. Pag x is equal to 0, anong walang kadugtong yung r? So, x agad yon, x. Ayan, times. So, ngayon, yun ang problema natin. Paano natin siya i-represent sa factoring? Factor. Pero yung format natin still the same. Whether you are having a complex conjugate or real unequal or real equal roots. So, pareho lang siya, guys. Ito pa rin yung pattern. Yan pa rin yung pattern natin. Okay? So guys, what can you say? So paano siya i-express dito? Yung 1 plus 5i, paano yun? So ganun din. 1x minus quantity 1 plus 5i. Hindi, alam ko automatic na to eh. Yun lang. So, malalaman ko mamaya pag mag-error to. And then, x minus 1 minus 5i. Yan. So, kasi kino-consider nitong Octave na siya, imaginary yun. Alright, so if that would be the case, kulang yata ang parenthesis dito. So, lo and behold, what would be the answer? Sana hindi siya mag-error. Yun, no? Ayaw niya talagang solvein uli. So, i-expand ko uli siya. Expand, answer. So guys, any answer muna bago ko expand to? So, ang clue, it's a cubic equation. Ibig sabihin, yung highest power ay 3. Pangalawang clue, wala siyang constant kasi x is equal to 0 eh. Okay, so ibig sabihin, Though it's a cubic equation, three terms lang siya. Even though it's a cubic equation, only 3 terms. Cube, squared, and x raised to 1. Yun yung mga, ano natin, mga clues. Okay? So, nag-guess ba, guys? Gian, nandiyan ka na ba? Kung natagalan si Gian sa kanyang bio break. Nandiyan na. Parang umuugong na yung sounds ni Gian. Okay, okay. May sagot na dito, Brad.
Sir,
Banji, or Nora.
Nora po.
Yes.
sir, try lang po 26x cube.
26. Sigurado kayo 26 kasama ng x cube.
26x cube po.
Anong kasunod? Next. Tatlo yan. Tatlong terms yan. Tatlong terms.
Ay, wait lang po, sir. Solve ulit.
Sige. Sige. Gian, how about you? You have an answer?
Wala ba, sir?
Wala pa. Sige. Ako nang sasagot. Ito yun. Yung 26 mo tama, pero hindi sa x cube. Sa x lang.
Sorry na, sir.
Ayan. Hindi. Walang problema sa akin. Ay naman ang sasagot ng tanong ko eh. Walang problema. Ayan. So, kaya clarify natin. 26x. So, the answer, I'll make this pretty answer. Hindi, ganun pa rin naman. Walang pagbabago. Normally kasi pinapaganda niya yung answer. No? X cubed minus 2x squared plus 26x. Isa-isay natin. No? What if ang hindi ko muna minultiply ng x? Pag hindi ko muna minultiply ng x, halimbawa, wala muna yan. Ano yung lalabas? So, yan, ito yung dalawang conjugate na minultiply natin. No? Expand pala dapat to. Expand answer. Ayan. So, yan yung magiging sagot, guys. X squared minus 2x plus 26. Yan yung factor. Ang pag pinactor mo yan, yung conjugate, guys. And then, isisingit mo yung x equal to 0. X times this, no? X times the answer. Ayan. So, hindi pa rin, hindi automatic expand to. Expand. Ayan. Yun. X to the fourth. Ba't naging x to the fourth to? Hindi kasi supposedly wala ng x. Ano na lang natin? Dapat ano lang. Divided by x. Yan. X cubed minus 2x squared plus 26. Okay, guys? Now, paano ngayon kapag we will test a root o particular polynomial, halimbawa. Okay, ito, halimbawa, we will test the roots. May given kang hahanapin yung lahat ng roots, guys. X to the fourth. So, this could be my last problem before we end. Ito naman given. Balik tayo dun sa 2x squared. Okay, kung tayo magkakaroon ng intelligent guess, guys, I will put it in mathematical form na lang siguro. Okay, guys, this is the equation. So, find all of the roots. Find the 4 roots. What would be the first approach, guys? Ano magiging approach natin dito? So guys, what could be the possible route? First things first, we need to make use of factoring. Is the polynomial factorable, guys? Uy. Uy, natulala na kayo dyan. Is the polynomial factorable? Yes or no?
Yes po.
Oh, yes. What's the factor then? What are the factors? Sige, give me the factors. Oh, factor out this expression. Anong factor? Ang tanong, anong klaseng factor ba yan? Unequal or equal?
Sir, wait lang po.
Sige. Okay, i-write ko lang dito yung ano. Yan. Ito guys, para huwag kayo malito. Okay, so from here, so yung x squared here, equate natin kay a. So therefore, this is a squared. Okay. Then how about this one? X squared is equal to a. So 2a plus 1. Guys, ano ito guys? Guys, ano ito? Woo! Ano yan? Ano to? Uy! Uy, ano yan? Ano to? Yung naka-red, ano yan? X squared plus 2a plus 1, ano yan? Perfect trinomial square, guys. Perfect trinomial square. So, anong factor niyan? Oh. A plus 1.
A minus.
Walang minus dyan, Banji. Puro positive yan. A plus 1 squared, di ba? Perfect eh. Now, palitan ko ngayon tong x squared. Kasi inequate lang natin siya sa a eh. X squared is equal to a eh. Balik tayo. So, this will become x squared plus 1 squared. So, ibig sabihin, dalawa Dalawa siya, no? So, dalawang ulit yan. So, kasi hinahanap natin 4 roots eh. Kasi pag binaba mo yung squared sa 0, magiging dalawa na lang roots mo. Mamali tayo. Ibig sabihin, dalawang ulit. Dalawang ulit to guys. Na-solve natin yung x squared. Doon hindi na natin papakita yung dalawang ulit kasi pareho naman. Is equal to 0. Oh. By implication, x squared is equal to what? Equal to what? Negative 1. And what is x? X here would be positive, negative, square root of negative 1. And what is that? Guys,
Imaginary po.
specific. Specific tayo. Imaginary, yes. Pero sabi ko sa inyo, conjugate palagi ang imaginary. So this is plus minus I. Guys, pareho yan. No? So ito yung x sub 1 mo, saka x sub 2. And then yung susunod, ganun din. So plus minus din siya. I. So ibig sabihin, ano ang ating roots? Kasi 4 yung kinukuha diyan, roots. Okay? So dalawang I at dalawang negative I. That is the root. Okay? That's the answer, guys. Ako, nasisira na yung speaker ko. Wait. Okay, question, clarification. So the answer is I, negative I, negative I. So those are the roots that we are solving here. Okay, another. Last na siguro guys, na-extend lang tayo ng konti. Kasi ito naman ang issue eh, yung pagsusolve ng roots at paano natin mahuhulaan yung roots. We could have an intelligent guess of the roots. Ito guys, wait. Anyway guys, itong mga notes na to, i-upload ko to sa week 17. Lahat ng remaining para for your reviewing purposes. Para sabay-sabay na. Kasi meron din akong problema sa uploading ko eh. Okay. So find the roots. Ngayon, halimbawa, umabot na sa port. So, port, okay, ang tanong, ilan ang roots, guys? Ilan ang roots nito? How many roots do we have?
Five, sir.
Oh, 5. Dito kanina, ilan ang roots natin dito?
4.
4, di ba? Bakit 4? Bakit 4 ang roots? GN, bakit 4 ang roots?
I don't know, sir.
I don't know. Oh no. Guys, ito lang yun, oh. Ayun, oh. Yung degree. The degree of the polynomial will dictate the number of roots of a polynomial. If your polynomial is on the 4th degree, therefore, you are anticipating 4 roots, distinct roots. Okay? So, yun yung masasabi natin dyan. No, katulad nito. Dito, katulad nito. Yan, 3 to. Kasi cubic equation yan. O katulad ng quadratic, guys. Ilan ba ang quadratic? Ilan ang roots ng quadratic?
2 po.
2. Dahil quadratic siya. 2nd degree siya. Pag cubic, 3. Pag quartic, 4. Okay, this case is a quartic equation, guys. Quartic. O, ibig sabihin, to the fourth degree. So, ganun din dito. Ngayon, ang tanong ko dyan, okay, here's my question. How many integral roots? What are the integral roots? Anong ibig sabihin ng integral roots? Guys, anong ibig sabihin yan? What do you mean by integral roots? Okay? Integral meaning whole number roots. Whole number to, guys. Whole numbers. So, whole numbers yan. So, meaning, hindi lahat ng roots whole number. It could be fractional. Tama ba? Tama ba? Make sense?
Opo, sir.
Okay. Ngayon, kung kayo mamimili ng integral roots, ano-ano yung potential integral roots, guys? Based on this quartic equation. Ano-ano yung potential na root? Ang titingnan natin dyan, yung pinakahuling term, which is the one that will dictate the root, is the last term that has a constant, guys. Ngayon, kung walang constant, kailangan natin i-divide yung x doon. Kasi automatic, x is equal to 0. Pag walang constant, katulad nung kanina nating, saan ba yung example natin kanina, na wala siyang constant. Nawala siyang x equal to 0 siya. Yung palang may conjugate, no? Yung may conjugate. Ito, 0. Pag 0, yan. Pag 0 yung isa sa mga root, guys, wala siyang constant. Wala siyang, wala siyang, hindi ito eh. May isa pa eh. So anyway, balik tayo doon. So guys, ibig sabihin, may ibang mga fractional roots. Ang tanong, paano malalaman yun? You could derive from this. So pwede tayo magkaroon ng pairings of factors, guys. So sa 2, para maging negative siya, ano dapat yung pairing of factors mo? Could be 1 and negative 2. Or it could be, ano pa guys? Could be negative 1 or positive 2.
Opo.
Okay. Now, paano nyo malalaman kung factors yun? O, di gamitan mo ng factor theorem. Tama guys? O, kapag ang r ay equal to 1, substitute natin. O, 1, if r is equal to 1, 1 minus 2 minus 3. So 1 minus 2 is negative 1, minus 3 is negative 4, minus 2 is negative 6. So hindi pwedeng integral factor yung 1. Okay, hindi siya integral factor. Okay, how about negative 1? So x to. Ibang kulay naman. Guys, mental substitution ko na lang guys para yung oras natin hindi rin. So hindi factor si 1, tama? Guys.
Opo, sir.
Yes po.
Okay. Next, negative 1. Negative 1. Negative 1 raised to 4. 1.
1 minus 2
Negative 1. Pagdating dito, plus 3.
plus 3.
So magiging 2. 2 minus 2. 0. Okay, patok to. Check to. Check. Check siya. Okay, check. Alright? So, ganun yung pag-ano natin dyan. And then, what else? You have... So, kung ito, automatic, anong kaparis niya?
2.
Anong kaparis sa negative 1? Ito, automatic to. Positive 2. So, yun yung dalawang integral. Etong negative, etong 1 sa negative 2, hindi. So, kung integral factors, meron kang negative 1 at 2 as your integral factor. Pwede rin natin i-check yung 2 dito. Okay, 2 raised to 4, 16. Minus minus 2, minus 8, 8. 8 minus 8, 16 minus 8, 8. Minus 6 is 2. 2 minus 2, 0. Check talaga yung 2. So the integral factors are
Negative 1 and 2.
and 2. Yan. And the rest could be a fractional root, not an integral root. Okay guys, hanggang dyan ang ating rational. Though marami pa akong, may mga i-discuss pa akong bagay patungkol sa polynomial functions, no? And then of course, I will add also the application of exponents and logarithm by next week, which will be a general review. So meaning, what I will flash, I'll be preparing already a prepared question and answer already on your part. And then simulation from Octave where I could demonstrate to you how to solve using Octave. So ganun yung mangyayari sa atin. So mas madami tayong madiscuss na questions, the better for you. And at the same time, at the end of the session, I'll be giving out that material to you. Now, it's up to you to practice. It's up to you to solve. And of course, the same material, I will get the multiple choice. I will derive the multiple choice. I'm not saying I will be copying verbatimly whatever the reviewer that I will be giving to you on week 17. However, there is a higher probability that I'll be just renaming terms, no, or perhaps giving another value of the same concept. Ganun ang mangyayari. Or perhaps I would just copy paste and then I will have the multiple choices. So ganun yung mangyayari sa week 18 natin, guys. Okay, question?
Wala po.
Wala po, sir.
Ang lulungkot nyo na. Tingin ko, Tom Jones na nga siguro kayo. So guys, another thing, I will be, may Saturday class ba kayo? Do you have Saturday class?
Wala po.
Okay, by Saturday, if you're free on that week 18, I'll be delivering my semester end devotion for all of the classes. So hindi lang kayo ang audience doon, pati si Ate Step nyo, yung isang eduk student, and then yung other math majors. So I will also Josh, if you are listening, no, you could inform your brother Dale that I will on the week 18, which is a Saturday. Anong bang petsa nun? Ba may kalendaryo kayo dyan? So
11 po.
Kasi week 16, week 17, December 11, guys, I will have my semester end devotion. Yun lang, just to encourage you as you...
Sir, what time po, sir?
10:30 to 12.
Hello.
Yan yung time ko sa edu class ko kay Ate Steph.
May evangelist.
Hindi.
May prayer meeting po kami sa Saturday.
May pasok. Walang problema. Sige. Pwede naman team replay. Okay lang yan. Okay lang. Kasi yun yung tingin kong pwedeng time kasi hindi ako pwede mag-weekdays. Kasi alam ko may meron kayong mga classes. So anyway, those who may come are may join me in my live stream on that day. Same restream, no? So lahat ng mga estudyante ko, papasukin ko kayo dito kasi maximum of 6 naman yung andito eh. Pwedeng makapasok. And then the rest will either view it in YouTube or Facebook. So ganun yung magiging situation. Okay, but anyway, if you're free, you may join. If not, no problem. So I just would like to encourage you exhortation. Actually kung meron din ako last sem meron din akong semester end devotion na siguro iaano ko rin yung link nun yung previous semester doon sa ating classroom. So anyway, all of the uploads will be done on week 17. After our week 17 class, all of the remaining notes, materials that we have done throughout this final period will be uploaded, including the video links for the final period will be uploaded and updated on our classroom. Okay? So isahan ko na lang i-upload siya para yun sa sa week na yan na yung preparation nyo for your final test, you still need to report on the stream because I will be giving it on the private chat. The link will be given on the private chat except for Josh that I'll be giving on the chat group of the YouTube since he could connect on the YouTube. But for the three of you, I'll be giving the link of the exam through the private chat. Okay guys, make sense?
Apo, sir.
Okay, talagang humihina na yung aking ano. So, thank you for the 5 live streamers who are watching with us, including Josh and that the 3 of you who are inside the stream. Okay, so that's it. Congratulations, guys. You made it on my college and advanced algebra class. Congratulations, guys. Kasi next week, review na lang tayo eh. Wala nang masyadong ano dyan. So, talagang napuputol na yung aking ano, yung speaker ko. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. Okay. So, natapos na kayo halos sa isang semester, guys. Congratulations. Awesome! Ayan, mapapa-awesome kayo ngayon. So, ang tanong, ano kaya nakuha akong grade, guys? Ito, guys, nabanggit ko na yata, may offer ako sa inyo. Okay, are you listening, guys?
Yes po.
Okay, sige, ganito Pag na-perfect niyo yung final exam, di ko na kukumputin. Flat 1 na agad bibigay ko sa semestral grade niyo. Pag na-perfect niyo yung multiple choice na 50 items, kunyari, perfect, wala talagang kamali-mali, perfect. Hindi ko na kukumputin yung grades nyo, kahit mababa pa yung mga nauna. Pa-flat 1 ko na kayo. Ganun yung akin doon. Pero pag mababa sa flat 1 yung pag mababa sa perfect yung ano, syempre saka ako magko-compute ngayon. Proportionately. Okay guys? Okay ba ang challenge yun?
Sir, ilang oras pa exam, sir?
1.5 hours. 10:30 to 12 pa rin tayo. Ibababa ko yung Google form ng 10:30. Eksakto. Kaya dapat nag-aabang na kayo sa restream ng mga 10:25, gano'n, 10:20. Nag-aabang na kayo.
Sir, kasi minsan late po yung natatapos yung chapel hour.
Ayan, sige. Paano kaya yan? Hindi ko naman pwedeng pagsabihan si Dr. Nable.
Sir, sir, mga 1. 10:30 to 1.
Hindi pwede. Hanggang alas 12 lang tayo.
Example, sir, mga 10:40, then extend for 10 minutes po. 12:10 matatapos.
O kaya sir, 12:30 matatapos.
Kasi ang mangyari, baka magpalit kayo ng husto tapos magdadagdag kayo ng ano.
Hindi po.
Kunyari, papasok kayo ng alas 11, di hanggang 12:30 tayo. Diba? Hindi, sige, pag-usapan natin yan. Depende yan. Basta as early as you can. Okay. Tapusin nyo muna yung chapel hour and then as early as you can, you could join the stream. Also, Josh, if you're listening now, you could join. Anticipate mo na, naka-premiere naman ako sa YouTube palagi. Pini-premiere ko siya ahead of time. So, pwede ka nang pumasok doon, Josh, if you're listening. So, for the 3 of you, ayan, basta as soon as the chapel hour is done, you could, saka natin pag-usapan yung extension. Wag muna natin pag-usapan yun. Kasi baka, saka ano pa yan guys, 2 weeks pa yan. No? Next week naman, ay review pa lang tayo. General review. Okay? Okay na ba tayo?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. So, thank you for all of you. We have 3 or maximum of 7 live streamers kanina. No? So, we thank the Lord for that. Sige, let's close in a word of prayer. We thank you, Lord, for mercy and grace. Thank you for sustaining us even as we continue our discussion, this polynomial function. I pray, Lord, for your mercy and grace to us and that you will sustain us throughout the week. May you help the students continue to be diligent on their study as they finish the course, that they may finish the course with flying colors, and that this will worth glorifying your name. Because what is at stake here is their effort, their attitude, their mindset towards learning, not necessarily the actual grades that they will be receiving. But of course, these are bonus points, bonus blessings, additional blessings that they will be able to to achieve higher scores or grades at the end of the semester. Bless your young people, Lord, even as they are actually having ministry on their respective churches. Bless also our lunch together, Lord, and our respective family. May your safekeeping mercies be upon us, Lord. This is our prayer in Christ's name. Amen. Okay, guys. God bless you.
Thank you po,
Bye-bye.
sir.
Thank you po, sir.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Ingat po. Bye-bye po.
Thank you, sir. Salamat po.
God bless po.
Open ka mo.